What's going on, gamers? I'm Acro, and I wanted to show you all what is Bennett's new best free-to-play weapon. This is the best free-to-play weapon for Bennett in the entire game, and it just came out with 3.0 Sumeru, and it is the Sapwood Blade. As you can see, at level 90, the Sapwood Blade has 565 base attack, and funny enough, it's more than my, let me find it here. It's actually more than a 5-star I have. Yeah, the level 90 Primordial Wing Jade Cutter, it's better than the 5-star I have, which is crazy. It has more base attack than that. So I swapped it over to Bennett. In addition to that, it has a energy recharge substat, which is so amazing. It is so good. That's what makes it really good. Because the prototype Rancor over here, let me find it, right here. This weapon also has a base attack of 565 when it is level 90, but it doesn't have the energy recharge substat. This physical damage bonus is useless to Bennett. But this energy recharge substat is very useful to Bennett. And I'd even argue that this is better than the Favonius sword. The Favonius weapons are broken because they generate so much energy, but look at the base attack on that. That is less than 100. That is 100 less than the Sapwood Blade. So I'd be running the Sapwood Blade over the Favonius sword on Bennett. And the Sapwood Blade is craftable. That's the best thing about it. That's why it's free to play. You can craft this weapon. You do not have to get it from gacha. It is so good. It is the best free to play weapon for Bennett in the game, and I think it will be forever. Despite the horrible, whatever this is, whatever these are called, passives. The passive is not good for Bennett unless you're running him with like a Dendro character. And if you are, all you have to do is proc Burning or Burgeon with him, and then you can get a bit of an elemental mastery boost. As you can see right here, you proc Burgeon or Burning, and you get an elemental mastery boost. Now, a problem with this is you can only do it every 20 seconds, but that's okay. To be honest, I don't really care about the passive, especially with the team I run Bennett in. It's this like double Pyro, double Geo with my UI Mia doing all the damage, and everyone else buffing her. But yeah. It's an okay passive. If you have characters and you're running like a bunch of characters that, or you have a character that you want to buff the Elemental Mastery on, and you're running Dendro with Bennett, of course you can have them pick up the leaf that this passive drops. Let's go on over here. If you don't have any of the Midlander, whatever they're called, you can just craft them. Let me find it over here. Down here. You can literally just craft these. So you can craft the Sapwood Blade. It is very easy to do. There is no struggle. You just use 2 Dream Solvent and a Northlander Sword Billet. And I just really think this weapon is so good for Bennett. Especially for like people that maybe haven't been able to get other weapons like a Favonius sword. Or you're using a Favonius sword on someone else, like I am on my Kazuha. It's not even Refinement 5 yet, so when I get my next Favonius sword, it's also going into the refinements. It's just such a good weapon. And I personally would argue that the Sapwood Blade is better than the Akio Favonia and the Mist Blade, or whatever it is, Mist Splitter, what is it, the Inazuma sword 5-star, that's like for Ayaka. I would say it's better than those because they don't have energy recharge substats. Now they do have better things, right? They do have a higher base attack, which means Bennett's burst is gonna be doing more. However, I feel like the extra energy recharge you get from this, the 30.6% recharge, is better for Bennett. Now, of course, those weapons would be better instead of the Sapwood Blade if you have enough in your rotation that you don't have to worry about energy recharge. However, when I'm doing my rotations, it usually ends up when I finish my rotation after doing my Uemiya Z and stuff, I'm just hitting the enemy with Bennett's E to get his burst back. So for me, I would definitely prefer the Sapwood Blade, or even the Favonius sword at that point, over the Akio Favonia, or any 5-star sword that has a lot of base attack and no energy recharge. If you're wondering how to get the sword, you actually have to go on over here, and there's a lot of quests. Oh, no. You might have to look up how to get it, but basically, the easiest way to get it is you need to firstly get the blueprint for the sword, and you can get the blueprint over here at the Tree of Dreams. And if you're not there yet, well then, just keep exploring and eventually you'll be able to get to it. But you come over to this little guy over here, and then you trade what are these little things you get for doing quests. You trade these right here, the stories of you and the Aranara. You basically have to do a lot of questing, a lot of exploring, and you can get these. And if you want to know how to get them, just, look up another video seeing so. But you can get this one right here. It's called the Tale of the Desert, and you get the Sapwood Blade. It tells you right here, over here, and then this, you can also see the other ones if you want. But this one you want, the Tale of the Desert, it gives you the Sapwood Blade. And here are the materials you need to craft it. It's not like the Inazuma weapons where you need whatever these are, the amethyst lumps. You can actually use the crystal chunks to craft them. This weapon, it's just so amazing. And yes, it's like better for, say, your Traveler. I need to craft another one so I can put it on my Dendro Traveler. Right now I have him running the Jade Cutter, which was on my Bennett. I just swapped him out. But yeah, and you know, maybe the Jade Cutter you might think is better because of the healing, but when I'm running a team like this, my Zhongli shield is so fat, look, he has 53,000 HP, that the shield's not dying, so I don't have to worry about healing. Right? You know, it's all situational, but I do believe that this is it's most definitely the best free-to-play sword, and I feel like it could, I would argue, be the best sword for Bennett in some situations, especially the situation I'm in. But yeah, I just wanted to show you guys this sword for Bennett because 3.0 came out, and a lot of people might not actually know or have leveled up this sword to the point where they can see its stats and how good it is fully. And at even like R5, I believe this gives either 120 or 150 Elemental Mastery the Leaf. I don't remember, but it's really good. Even if you're not running a team where you can use the passive at all, like I am. I'm not running a team that can use the passive. If you have the spare materials to do it, I would really recommend making this weapon and upgrading it to level 90. It's just so good for Bennett. And honestly, it's actually, I'm so sad because my Jade Cutter's 90. It's a level 90 weapon and it has less base attack. And even if it had the same or a little bit more base attack, I'd still be running this because it has the energy recharge substat too. It is just so good. Problem, my Bennett now has 7.7 crit rate where he would normally have like around 50 crit rate. But that doesn't matter. I don't care about my Bennett critting. I only care about him doing the damage buff, healing, and that's it. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video and that you might even test this weapon out. You won't be disappointed if you put it on your Bennett or Dendro Traveler. I promise you that. And thank you very much for watching. If you got this far, maybe like the video because you got this far. You must have liked it, right? Maybe you've liked the video. I don't know. Did you enjoy the video? Regardless, I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you travelers later.